Niners are 5-5. Do you think they will make the playoffs? And if so, what do they got to? Which games do they have to win?
So, do I think they're capable of making the playoffs, and do I think they will make the playoffs? I think are
Well, they're
two
definitely capable.
kind of different conversations. Right. I think they're more than capable of making the playoffs. Do I think they'll make the playoffs? I think it's too early to tell for me. And here's why. I cannot forget that this is a team that lost 5 out of 6 just because
Mhm.
they had 2 good games. And for
Thank
me,
you.
that's where, even though these 2 good games have been really good, they've been steps in the
Yeah.
right direction. It's been everything we've been looking for this
Hmm.
entire season. It's finally happened. They got themselves back to 500. This is their chance. But I think that you still have to see this level of consistency from
Right.
them going on. And, can they make the playoffs even while being inconsistent? Yeah, with the 7th seed, bad teams are going to make the playoffs. Last year, the Chicago Bears, who are not a good football team, made the playoffs. So bad teams can make the playoffs because you have 7 spots. Heck, I'd say Carolina's not a good football team. They got a chance of making it. With Trevor Siemian, New Orleans is not a good football team. They got a great shot at making it. The Niners are an okay football team.
Right.
They got a shot at making it. And the Vikings, I would say, are also an okay football team. Kind of the same thing as the Niners, where they're talented enough to compete with the NFC's best. They just continue to do things to lose games. So they're 5-5. And so I would say those two teams are kind of in the same boat. But in order to make the playoffs, to me, they first off they have to beat Minnesota and they have to beat Seattle. I think both those games you have to win just because both of those two teams are kind of in the same picture. Though Seattle looks done. I never want to count them out because it's
They're
Seattle
7
and they
losses
they're
right
they're just
now, and they look bad in their last game.
yeah.
So hard, yeah, man. By the time the
But
Niners get there, they might be 3-8. I mean, they might be checked out.
But I don't want to put that bad juju on myself because I say they're out, and then the Niners go and beat the Vikings, and I'm up here. I'm
Yeah.
like, Grant, they're back, blah blah blah. Grant, they're the best team in the NFL, and then they go to Seattle, lay an egg, and Seattle once again just ruins my hopes and dreams for the 49ers. So I don't want to put that bad juju out there until 2 weeks from now. So
Well, hold
let's
on.
say
How many
Seattle's
games do you
still
think the
in it.
Niners need to win to make the playoffs? Let's put it that way. How many? What's their record
Nine,
got to be? 9?
9. They just got to go. They just got to
You
go
think 9 will do it?
4 out of the last 7. Yeah,
Really? But
yeah.
there's a possibility they will. Like if they have 9, like they won't get the tiebreaker. Like it'll be up to. It's not a. It's not a
So
lock. If they get 10, it's a lock, right?
right.
If
But
they
I
get 10,
think
it's a
with
lock.
the 9, because of their schedule, they got Atlanta, Seattle, and Minnesota on the schedule. As long as they win those 3 in Houston, they can lose to Cincinnati. They can lose to the Rams. They can lose to Tennessee
Tennessee,
and
the
be
AFC
okay
teams.
because Atlanta,
Ah.
Atlanta, Seattle, and
So
Minnesota
if
are the
they win the
3 other teams.
NFC games,
Yeah,
that's more important because of tiebreakers.
right.
See, that's why you're on the
Exactly.
show, Vish. Right there. That was great. Thank you very much. Okay, so it's not as simple as 10 and they're in and 9 and they're not. Good to know. Good to know. But to me, 10 wins is tough to find. Only 2
Yeah.
losses. That's tough. A team that lost 5 of 6 is going to go out and win 5 of their next 7. Ooh, that's because to me, like the Tennessee game is so tough. Just I don't care who they're playing. To have to go that far on a Thursday night game is rough. And then
No. I think the Tennessee game is just. I've said
it's
it
hard.
from day one. It's a schedule loss.
Tennessee's
It
really
happened to the
good too.
2011 Niners. They lost to
Yeah.
Baltimore
Baltimore, I remember
because there
that.
was no chance going cross country on a
It's
short
hard.
week for them.
Cincinnati's another game that's going to be tough.
It'll be a tough football game.
Yeah.
And I see. My thing is, and this is a little tangent, but this kind of pisses me off with the NFL. I hate the 7 playoff seed. I think to make the playoffs in the NFL, it's really difficult, and I think
Yeah.
the 7 playoff seeds kind of 7th playoff teams,
Yeah.
7
That's right.
playoff teams kind of ruins it because now I feel like the Bears getting in last year was really what put me over the
Weird.
edge because the
Yeah.
Bears were not good
8 and
and
8.
they were
Yeah.
just given a playoff spot. So
Yeah.
it really bothers me. I really don't like the 7 playoff teams, but now that it's there and the Niners got a chance, I think 9 wins definitely does it. And it's really, they could even, I think even 8 and 9 could do it just because I don't see, New
Whoa.
Orleans with Trevor
Well, hold on,
Simeon.
hold on. I think the Rams are one. The Rams are one, and then I think the Vikings are probably another, which is why this game is so intriguing. The Niners could be the third wild card team for sure because their competition is what Philly, who they've beaten, Carolina, who stinks, New
Though
Orleans, who
Cam's been
hasn't
playing
won a
good.
game since Jameis has gone down, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's why I'm
Yep.
kind of like
Although Philly's
they got a
Philly's
shot.
Philly's hot. Philly's hot.
Philly is hot.
Philly's hot.
Philly might
It
sneak
might
in
come down to the
actually.
Niners and Philly because I feel
Yeah,
like the Vikings and the Rams are gonna make it, but I could be wrong about Minnesota.
I think the Rams are one for sure.
Yeah,
Of the wild card teams. Heck, I still think the Rams got a shot at winning the division because
yeah,
I think the Cardinals, the first game with Kyler Murray and D Hop, are
yeah.
going to have a
True.
letdown and lose that game
Good point.
when they come back.
Good point. So hold on. So okay, let's say so they're probably gonna beat Atlanta. They're probably gonna beat Houston. That's 2 wins. And then you figure they should beat Seattle, even though it's in Seattle,
Hmm.
but Seattle could be dead by then. So that's 3 wins right there. That's 8. That's 8. So
Then
you
you just
just
got to
gotta
find a way
get
to.
1 or 2 more.
I mean, if you beat the Rams, the only difficulty is you got to hope Minnesota is 6 and you can get 7.
But
So
that's what's great. At
maybe you
least you
get in
feel you
like
have
that.
the confidence against the Rams. 5 in a row over them. You play them one more time. That's a good thing. So that could be your 4th win right now. So even if the Niners lose to Minnesota, theoretically, because they could lose to, honestly, are they even favored over Minnesota? I don't know.
I haven't
Anyway,
seen the
they
line
could
yet.
lose to Minnesota, beat Seattle, beat Houston, beat Atlanta, beat the Rams, and get to 9-8. I don't know if that'll do it, but that could
I
be what
think
they
it
end up
will.
doing. Yeah.
I think it will.
Okay. Okay.
Look, Grant, look at the NFC. Look at these teams. The NFC is strong up top. Green Bay is really good.
And the
Tampa
Vikings
Bay
just
is
beat them.
good. Yeah,
And the Vikings are tough. I don't know. This is a big win.
Vikings
This would
are
be a
tough.
big win for the Niners.
Vikings took Arizona down to the
Like I've
wire,
been
and
poo
Greg
pooing the
Joseph.
like when the Niners beat the Rams, I was like, yeah, I predicted that. I predicted that. And when the Niners beat the Jags, I was like, it's Jacksonville. But the Niners beat Minnesota, I'll be like, wait, okay, that was that. I mean, Minnesota beat Green Bay. That's a legit win. That's a legit win. And if the Niners lose to
No, 100.
Minnesota, it's as we just pointed out, it technically isn't over. It's depends on how. No, it's not over if they lose to Minnesota, but it gets tough. It gets real tough.
The
It
thing,
gets real
Grant. The thing,
tough.
Grant, with the NFC is that it's never going to be over for the 49ers. They
No,
could
that's the
lose to
thing. They're going to
Minnesota and
be in it.
Seattle and 5-7, and they'll still be in it.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. It's a good point. All right. Eli says Niners getting past the home losing streak in playoff atmosphere by the faithful, as well as showing we don't need Cousins, will give us the victory. Good. Good. I hope so. $20 super sticker. Thank you, Tony. That was nice.
2.
Oh, or 2. Yes, I said. Well, that was cool too, though.